Hello and welcome. I'd like to first thank the American Acupuncture Council for creating this show to the point and for inviting me to be a host. It's a great honor to be with the esteemed company of these other hosts. My name is Virginia Doran, and I have been researching the subject of facial rejuvenation acupuncture and allied subjects for 25 years and teaching it for 20 years internationally. I have been assuming that the viewer is an acupuncturist, has some kind of training, so I'm going to communicate to that level of understanding. It doesn't matter if you have any training in acupuncture or facial cosmetic acupuncture for what I'm going to speak about today. And if you have studied this subject with me, then you'll find there'll be a little new material. If you have any questions, you can type them in and then I'll answer them after the show. So today I'm going to introduce the benefits of facial rejuvenation acupuncture. It's really a subject I could speak for hours about, but I'm going to kind of try to zip through them in about 15 minutes. And I want to do this in more of a Western way. So it allows you to communicate with your patients and to the public in a way that everybody can understand. Of course, we're treating constitutionally and individually. So you're using the principles of tonifying qi and blood, yin and yang, the zang fu organs, moving qi and blood, all those things. But we're also doing a lot of local points, and it's this combination of the local, the bend and the bow, the root and the branch treatment that helps with these signs of aging that makes the results so dramatic and so lasting. So let's get to it. The benefits of facial rejuvenation acupuncture. Generally, a series is 12 treatments, a course of treatment, and it improves muscle tone and dermal contraction. So that we're talking about the firmness of the face and the muscles and the skin. It has been shown in a study out of Korea to add elasticity to the skin. It stimulates fibroblasts and elastin to create new collagen and new skin. So there's a scientist who's passed on now, and he found that every needle inserted into the body, that collagen is produced locally at the site of the insertion. He analyzed this through doing testing of the skin of what happens locally through a biopsy. Anyway, it's this kind of wound healing response or repair system that the body creates, where it's like if you have a cut, the white blood cells go there to fight any infection. There's anti-inflammatory agents, and it creates new skin. So that's part of how microneedling works, is this miniature micro trauma, and the body creates new young looking skin. So facial rejuvenation acupuncture treatments can help collagen production quite dramatically and also have an effect on its dispersal, because the collagen matrix, we could say, becomes deficient over time and breaks down and causes sagging. But in some cases, the collagen kinks up with habitual expressions, as in like a furrow. So we can also promote skin rejuvenation with increased facial circulation. So don't ever underestimate the power of the blood. It has oxygen, it has nutrients, it has hormones, it has all these things that help the skin look younger and healthier. So whatever it is that you need, it will help. And also it increases oxygen consumption of the skin, so the skin can breathe better. It helps detoxification of the facial tissues, including the skin. It can stimulate phagocytosis, this kind of house cleaning, in the body and under the skin. Now, it can help eliminate and reduce bags under the eyes. So you have to figure out why these things are occurring and then treat accordingly. Now, with bags under the eyes, there could be kind of a watery puffiness, or in some cases, people get like fat deposits under there, and you would choose your points differently. But that's another show to talk about points and things. It improves lymphatic circulation in the face and the body, and is quite dramatic. So when people have puffiness, it really changes that very quickly. It can help to create more definition in the cheeks and the jawline. And that's a really nice look that most people are looking for. Decreases the tendency towards sagging and jowls. Jowls are these pouchy things here at the corner of the jaw. And that's what people go for facelifts for primarily. They also do eyebrow lifts and forehead lifts and all these things, but we can also help those things. So we're working with some motor points on the scalp, which helps lift the aponeurosis. If you remember from studying anatomy in school, and the skeletons have that white matter on their head and it extends down to here. Well, we're lifting that from up here, and it's really quite dramatic. It's very precise to get it right, but it really works. Now, we can also help eliminate puffiness by root treatment to improve metabolism in general, and locally to move very quickly in the face in particular. You also want to make sure that there's good lymphatic drainage, which you can do with acupuncture and massage. So that I think of it like a funnel here. You've got to have good drainage, unblocked, so that the fluids can actually drain down. Now, there could be a watery type puffiness, or there's a phlegm damp type puffiness. That phlegm damp type puffiness moves slower, it's heavier. So for those kind of people, maybe you do your treatment, if you're timing it before a big event, a day or two before, because they'll look at their best a day or two after the treatment. Whereas more livery types, they're going to look their best immediately after the treatment. Now, it can help benefit absorption of topical agents applied to the skin, like the principles that are used with microneedling. And it can help wrinkles. Now, not every wrinkle may disappear, but a lot of times the small ones do, and the big ones diminish gradually. But if people keep making the facial expressions, that can still occur. But it's not something that's necessarily a health issue. But sunken areas of the face appear more filled in, and that's a great thing. So you can help to build up the malar fat pad if you've lost that in some kind of neurological syndrome, for example. But even just the sunkenness that can occur for some people with aging. And it helps to eliminate free radicals. There's some research on this from Asia, how acupuncture can do this. And it's can have both a toning and relaxing effect on the musculature depending how you work it. Like all acupuncture, it can improve hormonal balance and hormonal-based skin conditions. So it could be hormonal acne. It could be that dry skin at the onset of menopause that many women get as their hormone levels, particularly estrogen, goes down. And you can help increase or improve facial coloring because of this increase of peripheral circulation, as well as the constitutional treatment. So you can help if it's too pale, if it's too red, or too sallow. The double chins. Now, this is really amazing and dramatic how this can work. At least I have some techniques that do this. So you can help double chins if it's a muscle contraction that's causing the person, even if they're not heavy, to tuck their neck in, if it's kind of stuck in that position, if it's a hypothyroid condition, and if there's excess phlegm and lymph accumulation in the area. But really, unless somebody's very overweight, the double chin can disappear or be dramatically reduced. It's really, really amazing. Pigmentation problems can be addressed. Age spots can be reduced or eliminated. Generally, it's a gradual process. They get lighter and smaller each time, but I've seen them disappear on the table first time in a few cases. Like all acupuncture, it has a bioregulating effect. So it can tighten the pores. Because what happens when somebody has excess sebum, it clogs the pores. It's like having a drawer with too much stuff in it. It's just bursting out. And so you're getting rid of the excess sebum so the pores can tighten up to their normal size. And that usually happens very quickly. Like all acupuncture, it can brighten the eyes when you're working on that Shen level. And when you're working on that Shen level, amazing things happen. We can also help to lift drooping eyelids and eyebrows. Now, the first time I did this on somebody, they came in, they said they had a virus with a droopy eyebrow on one side from 6 months before. Could I help? And I did some things I learned for Bell's palsy. I was just out of school. I didn't really know what to do. And it lifted it higher than the normal side because I only treated the affected side. So then I learned a great lesson. You always have to treat bilaterally on the face. Whatever you do on the body, that's your business, but bilaterally on the face, because you'll see a visual difference. It promotes overall health and well-being. We're working on points for digestion, for qi and blood, for hormonal balance. There's so many things that get healthier in the course of treatment. So you're not just covering up the signs of aging, you're helping the whole body get younger and healthier inside. It can reduce stress and habitual expressions that get stored in the face over time. So when people have 20 years of grief, it's like their face sags, it sinks. Or if somebody, holds hostility in the jaw, you really see this. Or you will become more fine-tuned when you look at people and you'll see these things. And it's been shown, James Oshman writes about this, but in Rolfing they've talked about it, where you have memories and traumas that get stored in your connective tissue. And the face is such a repository of emotions that they can really get stuck there. So this melts it away very quickly. Now, it can bring out a person's innate beauty and radiance. I find my patients are much happier after the treatment series, certainly right after the treatment, but they tend to really blossom personally and get a sense of themselves, not just based on how they look. At least that's what I'm aiming for. So it has a very positive effect on self-esteem. Not only do you feel great afterwards, like you've just gone to the beach and been on vacation and want to go out and, show off your tan or something. It's a type of thing that, like all acupuncture, if you want to work on that level, you can help with these psychospiritual issues they have. And so many people have them, especially when it comes to how they look. So we're slowing the aging process from within. Now, people always ask me, how does this work? Somebody at a party, a non-practitioner, and I said, well, as you get older, all your bodily systems decline. This is the simple answer. And so we're bringing those bodily systems up to their optimum levels that person can have for that age. And then we're bringing extra circulation locally to rejuvenate the tissue and to move anything that might not, any excesses or things that might be there. And, the old Hollywood stars, some of them would get massages. I had some of these people, they would get massages every day, their whole adult lives, because they knew the anti-aging effects of having the circulation moving. So to some degree, we can help delay the hair turning gray and the loss of hair associated with aging. You probably need some supplements and herbs to do this, but by virtue of all this local needling, because there is quite a bit in the scalp as well, it does help that. Now, like regular acupuncture, facial rejuvenation acupuncture positively affects the health in many areas. So people's energy levels go up, their immune system is improved, their digestion, any gynecological or hormonal issues, psychospiritual, their sleep, their stress levels, anxiety, whatever it is, it really helps. Now, it also, by virtue of all this local needling, it benefits the eyes, the ears, the sinuses, the thyroid, the brain, and helps temporal mandibular joint problems. So that's what I wanted to cover for today. And next week, our host is going to be Pony Chang. And I just want to say thank you for tuning in. And if you want to know more about me or my work and facial rejuvenation acupuncture, you can check out luminousbeauty.com or facialrejuvenationacupuncture.com. Thank you so much. Bye.